What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning back into another episode of Freedom Talks on Friday. My name is Sam. Today, I would like to chat about this new $15 an hour minimum wage that's been flying around in the news. I have some thoughts on it, and I'd love to get you guys' thoughts too. When I first saw that they were trying to bump up the minimum wage to $15 an hour, I thought that was a little high. Now, there may be some of you guys that disagree with me or agree with me. Either way, this is just an open discussion. Down here where I'm at, the minimum wage is, I think it's like $7.25, and that's not enough to survive. It's not enough to, I don't think it's enough to live by yourself, pay all your bills, feed your family. Definitely not enough for that. I think that if they were to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, then you could do that. I remember at one point in my life, down here, I would think I was making $12.50 an hour, and I was on my own, paying all my bills. I had all my debt that I was taking care of. I was making it happen. So, but I mean, I was getting by like by the skin of my teeth. So I think, yes, you can do it with $15 an hour. However, I think that they're talking about like the next 4 years that this would take place. Like they would bump it up to $10 an hour, $11, $12, and then $15 after the 4th year. But that's what I think they're doing. Or I could be wrong. Maybe they're trying to do the 15 like that. My first thought was these small businesses that I believe really make up America. These small businesses, I don't know if they can afford their employees $15 an hour. I have a feeling that they're going to have to be forced to lay off a bunch of people, and if they have to lay off a bunch of people, what's that going to do to their small business? And that kind of makes me nervous because, like I said, America has a lot of small businesses, and I think it kind of holds the country together in a way. So if these $15 an hour, if these businesses can't afford to keep their staff at $15 an hour, they're going to have to start maybe cutting a lot of hours or having a lot of their employees go part-time. And that was my first thought. And now my second thought, when I really started thinking about it, was what about all these people who are struggling and they really need to make more than $7.50 or whatever an hour? This could potentially really help those guys and lift them up out of poverty. That would be awesome for those people who are trying to get ahead and they can't really do that. But then I start thinking about, well, if you're working a minimum wage job, why are you not doing what you need to do to get out of it? Such as educating yourself to getting a better position in your company, maybe going back to school, maybe working a second job to save up to go back to school. I know school loans right now are outrageous, and I don't want to get into that, but there are ways, to go about getting education, grants, like I said, second jobs, maybe reaching out to a family member for help. I know that's hard sometimes, but hey, you never know. If you don't know, if you don't ask. So there is that side of things that made me think, well, if you're still in a minimum wage job, what are you doing for yourself to get yourself out of that position? Life can be tough, but isn't it worth working really hard to become the best version of yourself, to get yourself out from underneath, a bad financial situation? So yes, saying, okay, you work at a retail store and you're making $8 an hour. Well, that's great that you're bringing that money in to support your family or whatever you need to do, but what are you doing to get yourself out of that retail store? to maybe manage a retail store one day, to have more responsibilities, to challenge yourself more, to make more money, to do better for your family. Like I think that's the mindset we need to have. I don't think we need to be working for $8 an hour in a retail store and just work until somebody says, okay, let me just give you $15 an hour now. I know how it feels to be struggling at minimum wage, and you're trying everything you can to make more, and sometimes you just can't. But I just realized, on another hand, everything is going up in prices. Like, houses are going up, food's going up. I'm not sure, is gas going up because everybody's working from home now? Things are getting more expensive. College is getting more expensive. Things are getting more expensive. So maybe it is time that we raise the minimum wage. I don't like to see people just sit around and be lazy and wait for something to be handed to them. I like to know that people are working hard to better themselves, because that's life. Things that come for free in life, they don't feel as good as if you work hard for them. So I was kind of rambling for a bit. So to really just sum this up, the $15 minimum wage that they're talking about doing, I kind of agree, because it sucks trying to work your way to the top and you're getting paid minimum wage and you're trying to stay afloat with your bills. That's great. I think it may be great because everything is getting more expensive these days. So minimum wage at $7.25 is just not cutting it. But on the flip side, I also think that everybody should realize that wealth and having money comes from putting yourself out there and working hard and earning it. So I'm a little on both sides. I would love to get you guys' opinion on what you guys think about this $15 an hour being tossed around in Congress. Let me know if you think it's a great idea, if you think it's an awful idea, if you think we should all just have, I don't know, what is it, universal basic income, everybody be paid the same, or what do you guys think? Should we just go back to bartering? Just completely get rid of the monetary system? I hope you guys are having a great week and have an awesome weekend, and I will see you next Friday, guys. Take care.